Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now today I'm on here because I want to do some work on this. This is one of my favourite pieces to work on and I can't help it. I like to keep coming back onto here to have it turn at it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this bit of ribbon off this needle here because I want this needle. It's a good looking needle. We're in Australia. It's a really gloomy day today. It's not nice at all. Had a few nice days there and that was it. Just the rest of it's just gone on to be yucky. Not good. Now last time I was doing this, I remember I put one of these things on here, and then when I got to where I was going with it out into the lounge room after, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm going to actually make sure that I fasten these down today. That bit there needs a leaf on it though, doesn't it? Let's do that bit first. Put a leaf on there. Okay. And I like the paper, this one here, I like that. It's got paper on it because you can iron it on, but I don't need to do that. It'll stop it from fraying too, so that's a good idea that it's not going to fray. Okay, so we're just going to put that on there by stitching up the centre, I think. Yes, I think that'll look good. I'm going to go with that. What colour would I use? Something nice and bright. I definitely would like something nice and bright. Will I go with I've got fluff all over this. So I don't mind that. It's not bright, but there's already got a bit there. Look at that. How about the blue? I've got a bit of that there too. I like to pick out the ones I like, don't I? And the green. Have the green. Green on the green will look alright because we'll put other stuff as well, but I need to put this leaf on. Then I'm going to put some of them balls on the bottom of it, but they'll be berries. They'll be berries, Sonia. I don't know if I want to make some a little bit smaller, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you can do whatever you want to, really. I'm just going to come up through the back here and just go straight up the centre for starters, just to hold it on. I might do a back stitch up the middle. That's a very large stitch, isn't it? And that's all right, because you can do something whipped through there later or something. Get it to what we want it to be. Down in there. Down in there like that. Okay. Shame that didn't go right on the edge. That'd be better, right on the corner. Doesn't matter if it's not straight. It adds to the interest of it, doesn't it? Righto, yeah. I think I know what I'm going to do around the outside. It was find a colour. I wanted to put a couple of these on here first. The yellow one looks really cool too. Just reason being I just wanted to put them there. And I can put a purple one as well, can't I? I don't know if I need to make them smaller or not. Make some smaller ones, but I think that'll do. Now, where's me? I need a needle with a reasonably good size eye in there so you can put this through here. Okay, so you're going to thread these pieces in through and then take it through to the back. Hopefully we can get them all, and we did. That's good. Can't believe I lost the one off there as soon as I went out in the lounge room. So we got that one in there. Come on, what are you doing? Get through here. Very good. All right. Okay, now that's just a bead, wooden bead or a acrylic bead covered with thread. And I do love to make these. But I need to do more because I'm running out. This one I've got a few bits left on it. It must have took a lot to cover that, is all I've got to say, because look how much is there to go. Let me see what I've got on a bigger needle. Because it doesn't really matter what size the needle is, because you're only going to go through it one time. Bit of fluff. Fluff on everything. I live in a fluffy house because of all the fabric and stuff, I suppose. Everything causes a bit of fluff. Now I've got a piece there that's not through, so I'm going to take it. I think it's a variegated piece I must have used for this because these are two different colours. Now I'll push that through there. And I've got hold of the other pulling on it as well, so that's not good. You know what, I didn't even put any beads in there for little berry things. I'm going to have to do that when I fasten them in, because I'm not taking them out. This one's got little beads in it. It looks like it's going to do all right. I don't know if I can do it with the... I suppose I can. Fasten it in there nicely with a bead. Come here. Put this one through. This needle's a bit bent because it's been used a bit, I suppose. Right, so that's nice. I do like that. Now, we need a bead needle. We're going to put the bead through too, so that's going to be fun. I keep... I have grey cotton here somewhere. I keep putting it... You know how you put something so you can find it? Well, I did put it over here. It is. So I want to use it with that one too again. I've got more than one reel, so I should probably round up a few more. I've got stuff all over me. Oh dear. Anyway, the days are going too fast for me. I've got to try and get something done. Look what I've got here, this big kerfuffly mess. I cut that off. Don't know what I did, how come to have that. I needed to get my stuff ready for the show. There's lots of things I've got to do. Well, I'm not doing anything much for the show. I'm only going to do one piece as far as I know. I'm not going to force myself to do 11 bits or something, you know. I'm just not doing it. I have, in the past, like not for a long time have I put anything in. I haven't put anything in the show for about 10 years, maybe more. And I used to do it every year. We did it every year for about 25 years. And I'd be there for Sunday night, fairly smacking away trying to get the last piece finished. I didn't have it in by Monday morning. I always knew it was coming up every year, the show, but Sonia was always fiddling around at the last minute. Just got to get this last piece done, I'd think. You know, it's just the way it was. Anyway, I made it though. I used to get it there, but it was stressful. I think it was my own fault, you know, and so I just couldn't help myself. I just think, oh yeah, I can make one. That's all I got. And I made so much stuff over the years. Sold a lot of it at the markets later, but made so much stuff. I cut that off so it's not getting in my road. Now I'm going to have to sneak up through the bead here. And I'm going to have to put some beads on. And then go back down through there. Now, I wonder what colour insides that'd like to be. I can just have a look here on this little tiny piece, on this little tray I got here, and put that one in. There's a butterfly there, left over from before. And I'm going to have another one, another bead. Two. These are metallic, and they're a really pretty colour. Because that's sort of like a... And then this one's not as bright, but it'll look good. It will look good. I should have showed you how I do these things, shouldn't I? Instead of just showing you what I'm doing with them. But I'm sure that you will find a video of me doing that. Maybe I should put up videos of the techniques that I've used. I think I might do that at different times. I've got to remember though, you know, when I do something different that you haven't seen before, I have a lot of videos, so, you know, if you want to go and check them out, go back and have a look at the past ones to see if you can find something that I did doing this, because you would be able to. Making a berry. Whoops. Now we must be careful of these bead needles because they can be really sharp, pointy, and bend and break. Go down in there, Sonia. I will if I can. Let's be careful. Would not like to shove one of those through your hand, that's for sure. Okay, so now I'm coming up through this one here, which is slightly coming out of the... We're going to fix that. We put a couple of beads on, that'll stop it coming through. Okay. Now, what colour will I put on this one? I have some gold ones there. One there, 2, 3 gold ones we want. Oh well, I can do a green. Let me do a green one too. How about that? I don't know if I can get them to sit in there properly though. Hope so. You probably should do one at a time, but I don't know. Sometimes mostly I do this way. So, well, look, they went down in there all right, didn't they? That didn't worry at all. That was perfectly fine how that went in there. I hope I pulled that all the way through there. Now I'm going to fasten down the mauve one. Even though it's got beads, I'm going to come through here and tighten it because I don't want it to fall off either. You know, just one time I'm going through it'll work. You don't have to be too... I don't think I can get back through there with this piece of thread. To be honest, I don't know how I come to have this one bit now. Actually, I can, because it's a bead needle. I can push it down through a bead and push it through the back like that. Look at that. There you go. And then when I get there, I can undo this and I can end it off with my crochet hook, but I won't because I can't see that now, but I will put a few stitches in here and thread this on here. It's got to be really mingy with the, what's the name? The thread, aren't we? But you've got to be able to keep the beads on. You want to keep the beads on. Sorry. Sorry about that. That's just incredible, isn't it? Because I'm busy, I'm going to start choking here. 2 hands doing something. Now I've got that through there. And I'm going to push it. I thought I was going to push it back through there. But I will. I'm going to still go back again through it. So it'll take a bit of wiggling to come out, won't it? So it should be able to stay there for a fair while. And I'm going to iron a bit of interfacing on the back of this to stop threads from coming off or any such thing, you know, don't want anything coming undone. Because it'll stop the beads. I don't know if I've got many beads on here yet. But I intend to put a couple on. Was that both of them thread through? Yes, I did. Look at that, see? So I've ended that off pretty good. Because you don't want it to go anywhere. Can't get that off there, I don't think. It wouldn't come off. So I'm thinking this is a good way for it to go, isn't it? Good direction for this to look at. Now I've got a little few minutes. I want to do a bit of just a bit scratchy there. I need to have a mouthful of water. Don't they look nice? I do like how that turned out. Now around this one, I wanted to do this fancy stitch and I can't remember what the name of it is. Anyway, we're not going to worry about what it's called. Let's just do it, eh? Oh, wrong one. Didn't want that piece. I want this one behind it. I think I want this piece. Yes, I do. I definitely want the purple. Definitely want the purple. What have I done with the scissors? They're under here. Very good. Now, let me see. I don't know if I want that great big needle. I suppose it doesn't matter. I suppose they all are really long. But you've got to have something you can get hold of anyway when you're doing these bits and pieces. So let's try this. I don't even remember what it's called. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing, actually, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll put a fly stitch around this to start with, and that might look okay. I'm thinking about... okay, I wanted to do an edge on it, but I'm going to have to have another look at the... I'm going to have a look at the piece that I'm thinking about, the stitch that I'm thinking about, before I can come back on here and do it something. And we're just going to do a fly stitch on this, which is probably my favourite as far as these things go for this sort of thing. Well, it's going to be like a fly stitch. Well, it will be, won't it? Down in there. I don't like the idea that that's gone and frayed on me. That's upsetting, isn't it? So each one of these stitches is going to come down to where each back stitch joins up. Okay, I should have probably ironed that on there. You'll probably see it disappear off the piece after, won't you? You know me. I'm not going to keep it if it's not going to be looking good. Oh, crikey. Don't muck about with me because I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for you to muck about. Righto. Actually, I'm going to we'll be putting something around the edge of this anyway. But I just wanted to do this centre piece, fastening it on, coming up here at each interval where that is. Put that down. Go back down in there. Over the top of it. Looking good. I will put something around the edge of it, so we don't need to panic. Can't leave it like it is because I just like these pieces to be. I really love this sort of work. I absolutely do. I do love any sort of lots of different interesting stitches, you know, and things like that. I really do. Techniques and stuff. If I've got 2 minutes after I finish this, I'm going to do the bead for you, show you the bead. Because I might do a smaller one too. Because I could put another cluster of them in here or something. I've got 2 threads here, I've got to get the right one, I don't pull it too far. It actually looks a little bit puffy when you do, and it doesn't look too bad when you do that. I don't know why I've got this one so long. Right. Now they are far apart, but it doesn't matter because I still like it. And that's enough, is it? Yes, I'll leave it at that. Okay, now we'll do a little bead because I've only got a little minute to go because I've got to go and do a couple of things before I have my lunch. I've got stuff on. Okay, so Set that bit up there. That looks good, doesn't it? Somebody asked me how many hours I spent on doing my work. I could never tell you. That bag, oh well, it's been months and months in the making. Because I can't actually say that I sit down and just do, I'd probably do a couple of hours at a time on it and you wouldn't know how many times I've done that. So it's just the way things are, just going to take a long time. So anyway, let's do a little bead because I've got some here. Well, I've got the beads here, this is like what I've been using. Okay. And I have this little green one, which is smaller, and I like that, only because I've collected up a couple of little tiny ones. But see, the hole in the middle has to be big, because if the hole in the middle isn't big, you're not going to make a very big bead. I think that's a bit smaller, that one, than those. You can't really tell. Why do you want the cotton in there for, Sonia? Get out of there. Okay, so I've just put a few beads in here in case I feel like just picking it up and doing some. And I really think I would do a couple of these green ones. They look like they'd be interesting for me. I think that's the only sort of sizes I've got in here. So the bugle beads are like, well, they're like that. Oh, I've got these wooden ones. So you can get lots of, the bugle beads are the best to do because they've got a really big hole in them and you can put a lot of cotton round in it. I'll just show you how we do one. Usually with one strand of thread, and it's mostly done with just an ordinary cotton, an ordinary piece of embroidery thread, DMC or something, anchor, whatever sort you want to use, it's up to you. Actually, I probably don't have a long enough piece, but it isn't hard to change your colour. It's not hard at all. You want to have as least amount of pieces sitting out the bottom as possible. I've done in the past used more than one strand, but it does get a bit hard to keep them organised. You're best off to just do with one strand of thread. Okay. Now I don't know how much I can fill up with this one, but I'm going to have a go. So all you do is just come through to your, come through like that. You don't even need a knot because you can hang on to it, right? So it doesn't get away from you. Okay, and just catch it. It still will get away from you, but you need to have enough tail that you can control the tail. And then all you do is you're going to keep going around here like this. Pull it pretty tight. You want it to be pretty tight. Next to one another, all the way around you go. I think this will make a really nice one. I don't know why I'm sticking with the yellow, but I like them. I should do probably some bead darker ones, like berries or some sort. You can have any coloured berries you like, can't you? And you just do this. You're just going from the top to the bottom, all the way around until you got to push it together and keep it covered over. All right, so you're going to cover it, and then you can actually very vaguely see the green underneath, which in this case is not bad because, there would be a greenish sort of tinge maybe on some of them. If you want to go through a couple of the stitches at the back, that's a good idea. Like you go through your, up and underneath your other the stitches in the inside, so it sort of hangs onto it better too if you can. All right. Keep it nice and taut. You don't want it. You want it to be tight. Suppose you could make it stripy if you didn't push it all together. But just move it over. Husband seems awful busy out there today. He's doing lots of work, wandering about doing stuff. He's doing lots of things. I know he's doing the washing. if you keep your tail because you want to make sure that you got something to hang on to, okay? And you need to have a tail to fasten it onto your piece of work. Because when you're finished, you'll end up at the bottom, hopefully, of the bead. Well, you can do your best to do that, because you won't spin him around a bit and keep going. As tight as you can, because you don't want it to be loose and wrong, okay? There's still a lot to go. There's still a lot to go. Because there you can go back around and just fill it in, or you can fill it in as you go. It's up to you if you want to. You can push it over together and just fill it in. Try not to get it on top of itself, if that's, you know. Running out of thread, and I'm running out of time here too. So all you do is just keep filling that in until it's completely covered, okay? I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to have to go. And I'll be back on air another time to show you a bit more of it. But so that's got down there with the other piece. I'm going to go back in here. Without unthreading it, I hope. Pushing it through to the bottom. So it's at the bottom too. Now when you get your next piece of thread to keep going around there, you'll just come up through there too, because you'll only probably need one more to do that. Okay, so thank you very much everybody for watching, and I do like the size of that. It's a good little bead, that one. Good little berry. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Please leave a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye-bye.